rehabilitated, him working for the cops, and him dying is the whole middle of this movie.
Yeah, you see the relapse
quite
and the
frankly,
death. Yeah,
the heart of this movie.
Absolutely.
Because you see how hard he did the work to get off the crack.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, it's what did him in, as well as unfortunately working with the police and getting his cover blown.
And I
think you feel bad for Pookie when you see Pookie die, because he was there.
Your heart is going out to him when he's sitting there with the pipe in his hand, and he's just like, he doesn't want to do it, but he's around it so much he can't handle it.
Yeah.
And I guess he's not telling anyone.
No.
Because that's the whole thing. Like, if he told fucking Ice-T, he'd be pulled out, and he doesn't want to do that. He thinks he can handle it, and then he fucking lights, and you're just like, no, Pookie, no. And you're actually feeling for him, and you're like, and a movie that should, like we said, like be so by the book, by the numbers, you're like, that is something different. That is something you don't see all the time. So it really kind of works. And, that's why I really enjoyed it.
My MVP is Nino. This is Wesley Snipes' best performance. Again, when you have lines that are as fucking good as sit your $5 ass down before I make change, and how he's not like Demolition Man, Simon Phoenix over the top, but he is over the top.
He is.
Because he is like a larger-than-life, like Nino Brown. His ego makes him over the top.
Yeah.
Like the flashy suits, the flashy colors. He wants to be Scarface. He wants to be on top of the world.
Exactly. And, like, I'm also giving it to Nino because, fucking seriously.
Honorable mentions to Chris Rock.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, seriously, for his first actual legit film role.
Yeah. That was fucking incredible.
That might be the best Chris Rock. That is probably the best Chris Rock performance.
Oh, definitely.
That he's ever put in a film.
But unfortunately, Wesley Snipes had to school him a little bit.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's the speeches he gives. Like, charismatic as fuck.
At the beginning,
really,
in the middle, and at the end.
And
all those speeches. Every time he speaks.
Yeah, you're going with him, right? Like, he's the villain, and you're going with him. So that's how charismatic you can be, and that's what I think he really brings to the table. So I'm kind of down with it. I think he was the best in the movie.
So that concludes our second annual Black History Month. Again, not by design, but a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
For the most part, again, we did a parody in there.
We still keep our weirdness to it, because we have to do what we got to do.
But speaking of weirdness,
yeah, we're throwing all that seriousness out the window next week.
That kind of goes out that goes out the window real quick.
And if you know us well, you'd be shocked that we haven't already gotten to this movie.
Yeah. Basically, for the entire month of March and April, it's going to all be grab bag.
Yep.
There'll be no theme, there'll be no rhyme or reason to any of this nonsense. And quite frankly, most of it will be nonsense.
Oh, yes, it will.
And it begins with our film next week, and because, again, it's a 5-week month, we, of course, go back.
You know what that means? That means 70s.
And we begin. We actually usually begin months like that with the 70s now, which I think we should start doing. And continue to do. By going way back to October 20th, 1978, for a little picture called Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yes.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yep, you'll be hearing that next week. I may not even put audio clips. I'll just put that song. That's the intro.
Yeah, there's no seriousness. There's not even a soupçon of seriousness for next week. It is going to be utterly ridiculous.
And can I point this out? Do yourself a favor and find the fucking trailer. It attempts because it's like a 2-minute trailer. For the first minute and a half, it tries to be serious, which is one of my favorite things about it.
For that movie trailer that has killer tomatoes.
It is fucking amazing how they say, like, it starts out with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and you're just like, what the fuck? And then it proceeds to go, and then there's this terror that is attacking the world, and it doesn't tell you what it is, even though you've already seen the name of it, which you're like, why would they do this? And they're taking it 100% serious. They're showing clips that are not showing the tomatoes rolling after you, and then when it finally fucking does, it says the Killer Tomatoes, and then there's a fucking tomato rolling after it, dude. You're like, I don't know what I just saw, but it's genius.
Well, we'll definitely won't be holding the tomatoes next week.
Yeah.
We're going to get out of here. For Steve.
Justin.
We're way back and gone.
Weirdly, I got nothing.